control room.
Thank you.
And roll for record and confirm. 10 seconds of slate. Ready, black. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Take black. Ready, bars and tone. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Take bars and tone for 30. Ready, black. I started at 20, right?
Gotcha, babe.
Go to 50.
Oh, wait.
20 plus 30 equals 50.
10 seconds. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Take black. Ready, server 2. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Take server 2 without rolling. 20 seconds, guys, so we're gonna quiet in the control room.
That should be a blank.
16,
Yeah.
15, 14, 13, 12, 11,
Yep.
roll, 9, 8, 7, ready camera 1, 5, or is it gonna,
2.
yeah, 3, 2, 1, fade up camera 1, mic and cue,
Coming
music
up tonight
under
on
advanced
Cable 8
graphic.
News, an update on the Amanda
An
Knox
advanced
case.
graphic.
Plus, an
Stand
update
by
on
to
the
key,
WSU
server
and
2.
U of I football brawl.
And the Idaho legislature
Keep
modifies
linking
their
sound
gun
cue.
laws. Those stories and more tonight on Cable 8 News.
Roll key and track server 2, under punch camera 1, ready camera 2. Mic and cue, bug in, key out server 2, ready
And
2.
I'm Nick DeTore. Thanks for joining us tonight.
Take 2, mic and cue.
Seattle native and
And
University
ready
of
VT1.
Washington student
Out
Amanda
cue her
Knox will
Italian
stand trial in
ex-boyfriend.
Italy for murder.
Graphic
Again.
in, graphic out.
Italy's
Thank
High
you.
Court ruled today that an appeals court must rehear the case against Knox and her Italian ex-boyfriend.
Roll, take, and track VT1, advanced graphic.
2 years
An
ago,
advanced
Amanda
graphic.
Knox broke down in tears when she was
Two
set
more
free by an
graphics.
Italian court
Ready
of
2
appeals.
for the tag
She
out.
thought the nightmare was over. But at 2 a.m. this morning, she learned she has to go through it all over again. Italy's highest criminal court, the Court of Cassation, overturned the lower court's decision, giving prosecutors another
Out
shot
cue,
at trying to
25-year
convict her of
sentence.
murder. Rules against double jeopardy don't apply in
Graphics
Italian
after this.
courts.
She can
In
come,
advance?
of course, she's a free person, there's no limitation of liberty,
Advanced?
but for the time being, I think she's looking forward to have her life back in Seattle.
Knox released this statement, quote, "It was painful to receive the news that the Italian Supreme Court decided to send my case back for revision when the prosecution's theory of my involvement in Meredith's murder has been repeatedly revealed to be completely unfounded and unfair." Knox and her Italian ex-boyfriend, Raffaele Sollecito, spent 4 years in an Italian prison for the 2007
We got a
murder
while
of
here, guys.
21-year-old Meredith Kircher. Kircher, a British
after this, we
national,
have a tag
was
and 3
found dead in
readers
the
until
bedroom
our
of a
free
house
shot
she
bumps
shared with
break.
Knox in the
Cameras, you
university
have your
town
2
of Perugia,
OTSs
where the
after
two
this
lived
tag,
as
but
exchange
we're gonna
students.
stay
Prosecutors
on
allege
Brian,
Kircher was the
lower
victim
third,
of
and
a
then I'll cue for
drug-fueled
your
sex
OTS.
game gone awry.
30 seconds.
Knox and Sollecito denied any wrongdoing, and in 2011 their convictions were overturned.
Advance.
But there never was any evidence,
Advance.
and there never will be any evidence.
Again, wait
Are-
for
are-
the
These
cue
charges
on
are
the
simply
OTS,
unfounded.
because we're gonna put the lower
Knox
third
does
in
not
first.
have to return to Italy for the new trial, as defendants in Italy are not required to be in
9,
court. If
8,
convicted, however,
7,
the Italian government
6,
could request Knox
5,
be extradited
4,
to serve out part
3,
or all of her
2,
original 25-year
1.
sentence.
Take 2, mic and cue, out cue
The court
time in
has 90 days
2014,
to issue
ready
an
3.
explanation for ordering the
Address
retrial.
it. Thank you.
The new case could start later this year or sometime in 2014.
Take 3, mic and cue, advanced
Poland
graphic.
police report the
Advanced
WSU,
graphic,
that
and left
WSU
for
receiver
OTS.
Mansell Simmons has
Advance.
regained consciousness yesterday after suffering
Out cue
injuries
is
during an
still
alleged
pending.
brawl Sunday night. The fight included football players from both the University of Idaho and WSU. Simmons was found unconscious in the
Two
Sacred
readers
Heart
still
Church
break.
parking lot.
And
He
ready
was
to go.
transported to Pullman Regional Hospital and then to Providence Sacred Heart Medical Center in Spokane.
Advanced graphic,
His
and
injuries
center up.
included a potential skull fracture, and the investigation is still pending.
Take 2, mic and cue, pan right
The
for
Idaho
OTS.
State Senate and House
Advanced
passed
graphic.
2 concealed carry bills yesterday
Out
and
cue,
is now
concealed
heading to the
weapons
governor's
permit.
desk for a signature. One of the pieces of legislation expands the number of weapons that wouldn't require a permit under
Ready,
Idaho's
3.
concealed weapons law. This law exempts concealed weapons like tasers, pepper
In
spray, and
advanced
knives with
graphic,
blades shorter
center
than
up.
4 inches. The other creates an enhanced concealed weapons permit.
Take 3, Mike and Q.
Camera
A
2.
fire at
Ready,
a power
VT2?
station in the Seattle area
Ready,
proved
VT2?
to be quite a spectacle.
And roll and take VT2, Mike and Q.
When this transformer exploded, it sent up a
LQ
big
is
fireball
under
with thick black
investigation.
smoke
Ready,
that could
3
be
shot.
seen for miles.
On
Fire
camera
officials
2.
determined the smoke was not toxic and decided to let the fire burn. No one was hurt and there were no power disruptions.
Tilt down.
The
9.
facility sends power to millions of homes and businesses from Washington to California. The cause of the fire
Ready,
is under
two?
investigation.
Take 2, Mike and Q.
Well, it's been really chilly the last
And
few
ready,
days,
music
but
under?
today it was really nice.
Yeah, Alex, how long are we going to expect to see
Go
this
music
warm
under,
weather?
ready, VT1.
You can
with
expect
a
to
6
see
second.
this warm weather for a while. In fact, I'll give you the details after the break.
And clip Mike's music in full. Roll VT1. Dissolve and track VT1. And ready, camera 1 on weather.
It begins innocently enough. You don't return a phone call. You break a date at the last
You know the
minute.
shot we're looking for on weather.
But in fact, it's the beginning of a pattern. And soon, your friend with mental illness realizes you're avoiding them.
45.
But what if you knew that your friendship was the key to their recovery?
So right to the
Would you still
crotch,
lock them
like
out
to
of
the
your
bottom
life?
of his jacket.
And then tilt up because the pad is not closed.
Mom,
30 seconds,
Mom.
guys.
What?
can't find Ichabod.
What?
How much return? 15.
Ready?
Ready, camera 1 with weather. Have him scoot over a little to his right. 9, 8, 7.
You don't have to be perfect to be a perfect
5,
parent. There are thousands of teens in foster care who would love to put up with you.
1. Fade up camera 1, Mike and Q.
Today was a beautiful day with a perfect temperature of 55 degrees.
In advance.
Tonight, you can expect a low of 38
And
degrees.
ready, 3.
Tomorrow it's
advance.
going to heat up a little bit, so I might just have to wear a t-shirt to school.
In
Let's
advance.
go to our state weather map. You can see it's around the 60s statewide. Yes, even in Seattle, it'll be 60s, meaning is a great time to be a Washingtonian. Let's go to the 5-day forecast. I am begging you
Okay,
to
ready,
please
3?
be outside this weekend.
two
Look,
readers
it's
on
going to
3
be
coming up.
68 degrees on Sunday. 68 degrees. Let's go back to Orion. Be outside.
Take 3, Mike and Q. Bug in.
A man who plotted to attack a Seattle military
We have 2
complex
readers on
with
here.
machine guns and
Out here for
grenades
this
has
one,
been
entrance
sentenced to
processing
18
station.
years in
2,
prison.
you can go to sports
A
news
federal
center
judge
for
yesterday
information.
also sentenced Abdul Khalid Abdul Latif to 10 years supervised release. Prosecutors argued for a 19-year prison sentence with lifetime supervision following his release, and officials say
Last line,
Abdul
you do
Latif
left
and a
focus.
co-defendant had discussed shooting people at the military entrance processing station.
Stay here. And Mike and Q. Mike and Q.
A Boeing 787 with a redesigned battery system
Out
made
here,
a
2
2-hour
planes
test flight
overheated.
yesterday.
Ready, 2 on
The company
sports.
said the
We're gonna
flight
stay
went,
here for
quote,
his bump to
according to
sports.
plan. The test flight was an important
stand
step
by
in
BT2
Boeing's
with the
attempt to
video.
convince
That's your
safety
first reading.
regulators to let airlines resume using the plane. A Boeing spokesperson says the company will analyze flight data as it prepares for another flight to demonstrate the 787's performance to the Federal Aviation Administration. Boeing hopes to have the 787s flying again within weeks. The fleet has been grounded since January after lithium-ion
line.
batteries aboard 2 planes
And
overheated.
stay here for the bump. Ready,
Now
2.
we will hear from Claudia Ramos for the sports update. Claudia, what's going on?
And take
Thank
2,
you, Ryan.
advanced graphics.
President Obama welcomed back to
Advanced
the
graphic.
White House the
And
back-to-back
roll and take
MLS
VT2.
champions, the LA Galaxy, and
And
their
ready to
sister
again.
NHL
Stand
team,
by
the
for
Stanley
Patriot
Cup
test.
champions, the LA
Out
Kings.
Q, the 44th
Both teams
president.
presented Obama with a special jersey. Galaxy even gave the president a ball he had a little fun with. Both shirts
Ready
have
to?
the number 44, as Obama is the 44th president.
Take 2, Mike and Q. And pan
The
right road,
Cougars
yes.
swept Brown University,
Advanced graphic.
taking 4 consecutive wins over the
Out Q, the
weekend.
same
On Monday
category.
night, the Cougars ended the series
Stand
with
by
a
music
victory
under,
of
stand by
3-1 over the
VT1.
Brown Bears.
Ready,
The
VT1.
Cougars had 45 total runs in the sweep. The victory over the Bears brings the Cougars to 15-8 on the season and an impressive 11-2 mark at
An
home.
advanced mark.
WSU
Advanced
leads the
graphics,
Pac-12 in the batting average and is second
Perfect,
and is
stand
ranked
by,
second
music
in the
under.
country in the same category.
Music under, ready, VT1.
After the break, we have coverage of the same-sex marriage fights going on in DC and France. Stay tuned.
Clip Mike's music in full, roll VT1. dissolve and track VT1. 1 minute here. Ready, 3.
Global warming. Some say irreversible consequences are 30 years away. 30 years? That won't affect me.
Ready, 3, 2, let's get on Nick.
Guys, can we float in a story in between the D2, D3, and the D block? After the DO, I need the
The Nick
floater
DeTore
3,
story?
floater
I'm
3
tall
ACLU.
enough to reach the light switch.
ACLU?
Yeah,
I think
ACLU.
it's the best way to keep
Okay,
by
Brand, we're
myself.
floating
I'm
in
the tallest
X3
kid in my
after
class.
D2.
I
So
haven't
that's
read
gonna be on
in
Nick's
years.
camera.
I'm much less likely to vomit at random now. My cups don't have lids anymore. Mine
15
I'm
seconds,
getting
ready,
pretty
3.
big.
Is he
To
addressing
help
the
me
visible
survive a
camera on
car
3?
crash, I
9.
still need you
O'Brien coming to
to
you.
give me a boost.
6, 5,
Until they're 4'9",
4,
use a
3,
booster seat in the car
2,
and don't let them
1.
down.
Fade up camera 3, Mike and Q.
President
Ready,
Obama
camera
appointed
2.
longtime Secret Service
Here's
agent
Director
Julia
Mark
Pearson to head the
Sullivan.
agency today. Pearson is the first woman selected to lead the Secret Service.
That's
In
our
her prior
fault.
work
Okay,
with the
so
agency, she
we're
acted
gonna
as a
ready camera
field
2. We
agent and
switch
later
stories
oversaw
again.
the protective divisions for the president
That's
and the
fine.
vice president. Her appointment comes as the Secret Service emerges from the shadow of a prostitution scandal which sparked congressional hearings and cost multiple agents their jobs. Pearson replaces outgoing Secret Service Director Mark Sullivan.
And take 2, Mike and Q.
The French government
The French government planned to move ahead with legalizing
An outcube of
same-sex
this
marriage
year,
sparked
standby
massive
boxes.
protests in the streets of Paris. At least 300,000 marched Sunday in opposition to French President Francois Hollande planned to push the bill through the French Parliament without public debate. Holland's Socialist Party has a majority in the French Parliament. An earlier protest about the same issue drew a similar crowd in January of this year.
Take 3, Mike and Q.
Italy's foreign
And we're just
minister
gonna stay on
resigned in
him for
protest
boxes.
today over national
That makes sense.
controversy regarding the trial of 2 Italian Marines for murder in India.
So
Giulio
standby
Terzi
boxes.
claimed he
Yeah.
was
So
not
we'll just
listened
stay
to
here.
by Prime Minister Mario Monti's
Outcue the
decision
death
to have the
penalty.
Marines tried in India. The Marines are accused of killing 2 Indian fishermen, stating they mistook them for pirates. The current deal struck
Grant
between the
cue
2
him again
countries
after
states
this.
that the Marines will be tried in India with assurances they will not receive the death penalty.
And Mike and Q.
And today marks the beginning of 2 days of hearings on same-sex marriage by the Supreme
And
Court.
take boxes. Ready,
Reporter
1B.
Madison Horner is live in the control room with more on this story. Madison, what can you tell us?
And take
Thanks,
1B.
Orion. That's exactly correct. Today marks
ready,
history
BT2.
as this is the first time the Supreme Court is considering an
same-sex
appeal on
marriage law.
same-sex marriage law.
Roll, take, and track BT2.
Through
Ready,
graphics.
1B. 57
Opponents
seconds. Grant,
and
can you tell
supporters
Nick
of
I'm sorry?
same-sex marriage rallied this
Advanced
morning as the
graphics.
Supreme Court heard
Advanced graphics.
arguments regarding California's
2 more.
Proposition
2 more,
8
thank you.
that bans same-sex marriage. The defendant, Charles
And we have a
J.
quick
Cooper, is
turnaround
representing the people of California who already voted on the
And
initiative.
again, this
We
is where
believe
we're
that
staying.
Proposition
Advanced
8
graphic.
is
Advanced
constitutional, and
One more.
the place for the decision to be made regarding redefining marriage is with the people.
According to recent polls, a majority of Americans do support same-sex marriage. Same-sex couples cited their 14th Amendment right and were represented by lawyer Ted Olson.
It is not
Advanced graphic.
consistent with the ideals
graphic.
and the laws
More
and
graphics.
Constitution of this country to take our gay and lesbian brothers and sisters and put them in a class
31B,
and deny them
quick
rights
turnaround
that we
boxes.
give to everyone else.
7.
Although the Supreme Court didn't come to an agreement this morning, the hearings were an advancement for supporters of same-sex
1.
marriage.
Take 1B. Mike and Q. Ready, boxes.
Tomorrow, the Supreme Court justices will hear arguments on the Defense of Marriage Act.
And take
The
boxes.
decisions they make will influence future
And
rulings
stay on
in
here,
federal
Chris. Thanks
cases.
to Maddie. And ready,
Back
camera
to the
3.
desk.
Madison Horner live from the control room.
And take
Thanks,
3.
Maddie.
Mike and Q.
After the
music
break,
under.
find out
Ready,
about a
BT1.
special Mount Everest climb. Stay tuned.
And clip Mike's music in full. Roll, BT1. Dissolve and track BT1. Ready, camera 3.
Everyone
No
has
more graphics,
friends.
still copyright.
There's online
And we're still
friends.
keeping that floater. We're still keeping
Friends to
that
go out
floater,
with on a
guys.
Saturday night.
20 seconds left.
Friends to hang out with and do nothing.
Yeah, so Nick has a
Friends
reader
who show
after
up on moving
D2.
day. And then there are the friends who will be there if someone is
9,
dealing with a mental illness.
8, 7,
Are you
6,
one of those friends?
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Beta camera 3, Mike and Q. Ready, VT2.
Disabilities do not hinder the spirit of this Oregon team.
And roll and take VT2, Mike and Q.
Eli Raymer makes history as the first person to climb to the base
Okay,
camp
and then
of
ready,
Mount
camera
Everest
2.
with Down syndrome. Just before World Down Syndrome Day, the 15-year-old and his father made the climb to raise
9,
money and
8.
awareness
So
for
let's ready
disabled
camera 3.
children. The duo found tremendous support for their adventure after their return
And take 3.
back to the States at the Los Angeles International Airport.
And take 2, Mike and Q.
The American Civil Liberties Union of Idaho
And ready
is
camera
condemning
1 on
a
the 4
decision by
shots.
Kootenai County officials to end its contract with the region's chief public officer, or public defender,
We got 40
John
seconds
Adams.
left.
The decision came to fire Adams.
I don't know
The
the outcue
decision
on
to
the
fire
story.
Adams
You
came
guys
3 weeks
closure?
after he made a harassment claim against the commissioner.
Okay, the outcue
and
here
2
is
weeks after
Commissioner
telling
Jai
commissioners
Nelson.
he will need a day off each week in order to receive cancer treatment. The harassment claims
Last
made by
line?
Adams was against first-year Commissioner Jay Nelson.
And take 1, Mike and Q. Music
That's all the
under.
news we have for you tonight.
Tune in
advanced
every
graphic.
weeknight at 7 and 10 o'clock. Have a good night.
Advanced graphic. Advanced graphic. And we're gonna stay here for 10, 9. Put Mike's music at full. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Fade to black and silence.